Alright, day in the life of a transporter, eh? Everybody knocked my first set of flip outs I made for the trailer that were originally mounted right here. The only bad thing is they wore some grooves in the aluminum decking. No biggie, I'll just fill it in with the welder and grind it back flat, call it good, call it a day. But here's my new reprise version of them that I fabbed up. They're slide-ins that'll hold with 2 pins that I put in. I'm still in the process of mocking it up, but I got the platforms built. As you can see, it'll mount, slide in under the lip of the bumper. I still gotta take a notch for the ramp to sit in to load, and I'm gonna build some sort of caging around the lights so they don't get busted. But they're gonna pigtail into the tail lights of the trailer when it's all said and done. I'm putting expanded steel on top of the deck for grip that'll weld on. But the underneath, took some I-beam, welded to the bumper at the rear. It's notched. It hasn't been finalized yet. This is all mock-up, remember. Notched it to tie into the cross member. And I'm going to drill, put a couple bolts, securing it through the top, lip of the I-beam. And then I've got some big 8-inch U-bolts that are going to drop. Probably take this bolt out that ties the deck to the I-beam itself, and the U-bolt will go up through that, come down around, back up to the cross member, bolt in for security and tying it to the trailer. But as you can see, 2-inch square tubing, 1/8 inch thick. Everything's made out of the slide-in tubes are 2 1/4, and they are going to weld to the I-beam underneath of the trailer. And my secondary I-beam that I notched to go on this side. It's welded at the bumper. As you can see over on the other side from a distance, there's the other beam that I added in. And you'll be able to pin the drilled in the sides with holes for 2 1/2-inch pins to lock them in when you got a load on. And when you don't have them or using them, you pull the pins, pull the ramp extensions out, bring them around, and they will slide in the I-beam troughs right here. And then they'll have a pin holding them. I gotta notch this gusset on the frame 1 inch to be able to slide them in. But they'll slide in, they'll lock in, out of sight, out of mind for travel when not in use. And like I said, I'm going to put a 4-way flat pigtail on each of them. And I'm going to tie into the junction box up here at the rear to the lights, brake lights, and turn signals. So they'll be lit for purpose of meeting requirements of the law. Anyways, there's a brief idea. I still got a space out because the trailer I-beam actually is a little higher than my I-beam, so I'm going to put a piece of 1/4-inch plate between this bracket and the frame and it'll all be welded in solid, reinforced with a U-bolt for security. But there's your slide in. 36 inches total length, 24 inches of deck to give that extra distance of getting a third Sprinter or a third truck. But once it's all secure, I don't see where it'll be a problem having the weight of a full-size truck on it. It's not going to bend, that's for sure. If it does, I'd just be throwing sparks down the road. But anyways, pays to know people and have friends that work for the county sometimes that you can get 6-inch I-beams. They're actual guardrail posts, galvanized guardrail posts that I'm using for the mount. But there's my new knockoff Shipshawana slide outs, because I'm too frugal and too cheap to spend the money and go have them put a set of pullouts in when I can do it myself for way cheaper. I think in total I'm into it $300. That's steel, lights, everything. And that's just because of our wonderful president we got in office now, with the price of everything going up. But a follow-up video to come when it's all finished. And I put old Blue there, the Blue Mule, up on the ass end of here for testing it and take her for a ride down the road. Y'all be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. This is the Alley Cat signing off. Until my next video.